you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold, and thank you guys for being here today. If you are new to the Strat or new to the channel, then welcome to you guys as well. We are about to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. If you guys haven't done so yet, you can do so down below. Click on that subscribe button and then hit that bell. That's the important part. That bell will give you the notifications for when I send out videos like this one every single day. Okay, this is a trade review video on the watch list that we had for Thursday, June 16th. I also put out top 5 plays every day. I send out watch lists every day. I send out weekly swings, monthly swings. I've got over 200 learning tool videos for you guys. What the candlestick numbers mean, entries and exits, double inside bars, outside bars, 3-1 setups, how to draw broadening formations, Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule, the hashtag 30 and 30 strategy. Okay, I go over all of that stuff with you guys, and it's all for free. Okay, you can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. Go give me a follow there. You can comment there. You can DM me there. There's no silly questions. There's no dumb questions. You guys ask away. Ask what you need. I will help you guys out with it, okay? You can also comment or have questions, place your questions in the comment section below on any one of my YouTube videos. And just before we get started in saying all that, I do spend a lot of time on these videos. I do enjoy making the videos for you guys, but it does take up a lot of time, and I want to keep this stuff free for you guys. So in order to do that, I ask that you watch those little 15, 30-second ads. Let those advertisers pay for you guys to learn. Let's keep the money in your guys' pocket. Let's keep this stuff free for you guys. Let the advertisers pay for it. You watch those ads, and the advertisers will pay for these videos, okay? And then one other point that I just want to run over with you guys real quick before we get started. Because the channel has been monetized, and it's because of you guys that happened, I want to give something back to you guys. So I don't know what I'm going to get in this first month of monetization, but once I figure it out, I'll come up with a plan, and whether it's giving away 25 or 50 or $100 to you guys, not to all of you guys, settle down, to one person or 2 people or whatever it's going to be, but I'd like to give something back to you guys for subscribing and for following and watching the videos. So let's get started on this trade review. I'm going to go through all of these really quick. Twitter was the worst one of them all. So Twitter had an inside bar. And if we go to the 5-minute to see how this thing played out, and you guys, I watch these on all different time frames, okay? Sometimes I'll go to the 3, I'll check the 15 just to see how things, in which direction things are headed. But if we hop back on the 5 and we go to the opening bar on the 5-minute on Twitter, the first 5-minute bar goes to the upside, okay? So we opened below trigger, and we went up, and then we came right back down, and we never came back up. So this would have been a lost trade. I wasn't in on Twitter. I played BAC today. But if we would have got in on this, we would have gone up and come back down. And you would have got stopped out. So whether it was here where you got stopped out on this reversal, or if we triggered and you made that trigger your stop loss, this would have been a loss. So hopefully if you were in on it, it was a small loss for you guys. So that's the worst one. It's also the easiest one to go through. We're going to go through BAC. So BAC, I'm going to go to the daily chart and show you guys here. Let's fast forward. BAC had an inside bar as well. Okay, so if we zoom in, We can take a look. The premiums on this were great. 33 cents, I believe, is what I got in at. This inside bar here is what we played, okay? We had full time frame continuity to the downside on the week, month, quarterly, yearly. The day was obviously green from the day before, but when we opened, let's go to the opening. So guys, I'll wait for these things to trigger on the daily, and then I'll just kind of watch them from there. So BAC triggered, okay? And we went down. This orange line is where I took my first profits. Okay, so we went through first targets, and we didn't come back up through there till way later, but I took my first profits here, okay? And I even tweeted, I'm pretty sure I tweeted out that move your stop losses to the first target. So we went through the target, I said move your stop losses to the first target. That's what I did. This sold at 40 cents, right in this range here. And then I held a little longer. All the way down here, guys, at this orange line, I think this play went to about 55 cents from 33. I sold the rest right here. Okay, it was in this range right here. I was off. My kids had to go to school, and I was good with my profit there. So I ended up having a total of 25% on this one, and you could have rode this one down actually further based on the candlesticks, okay? So we come through the first target, make that our stop loss. You can take profits there. You didn't have to. I like taking profits. I like to make sure I secure something, okay? So took profits, and we continued to trend down. We did not have a reversal. This was a 2 down. We didn't break above there. Then we had an inside bar. Then we came all the way down here. So if you were watching this play, realistically, your stop loss would have been right there as you come back up through the reversal. So you guys would have had profits all the way down to here if you were in on this play right from the start, okay? Again, like I said, I was out in, it was in and around this range here, okay, where I got out. I'd take the kids to school. This was 45 cents, I think, is what I sold this at here. It was 40 and 45. It was a total of 25%, 25.6% or something on this play, okay? So you should have been out of this play by here on this reversal at least. And again, if you were watching on the 15-minute, it's just a different perspective when you're going on different time frames, okay? So if we go to the 15, go to the 16th, okay, you're still getting out right here, okay? Because you had a 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, and then your 2 up reversal would have been right here at 31.06, okay, instead of 30.96. Okay, still really, really good gains on BAC today. BBBY, it's Bed Bath & Beyond. We go to the daily. And we had a gap. And I sent that tweet out this morning about the gap video. It was a good day for gaps. Okay, and it was an excellent day to play gap plays off of our watch list. Okay, so Bed Bath & Beyond, gap down. This was our trigger. And somebody asked me on, I think it was on Twitter, what do we do when it gaps down? Well, this trigger basically becomes nullified, and we move. If you still want to play that ticker, then we move to the gap play strategy, which is on the 15, which is what I prefer, or the 30, but I prefer the 15. So you go onto the 15-minute chart, and it's basically you're playing an opening range breakout of that 15-minute bar. It's called an orb. So once we break to the high side, I'm just going to change. This is the first 15-minute bar right here, guys, of today. Okay, and let's change that color to, I don't know, let's say this purple color. Okay, and then those become your new triggers. Okay, so are we going to gap and crap, or are we gapping and going off of this 15-minute bar? Well, on Bed Bath & Beyond, right here, this was the opening bar. The next bar breaks to the downside, and you would have had really nice profits into here. Now again, you just go back in time. You got to go way, way back, but find your next target, okay? But you have to take the bottom of the preceding wick. So you would have had to go way, way back on Bed Bath & Beyond to find that. I haven't marked it out. I'm not going to go all the way back. But again, I'm guessing we hit target somewhere in this range. But you could have taken profits anywhere in here before it reversed right there. Okay? So I'll put in one more line here just to show you. That would have been your reversal point and where you should have been completely out. Or you could have just used your original trigger as your stop loss, and you could have just rode this choppiness throughout the day on that 15 minute, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That's Bed Bath & Beyond. Carnival Cruise Line, CCL. If we go to the daily, this was another gapper. See, we opened up below our inside bar trigger. So let's go back to the 15 minute. And here we are again. Okay, this is our first 15 minute bar right here. Are we crapping or are we going? Well, that was a trigger. And that was a trigger. And away we go to the downside. Okay, 2 down, 2 down, and then we had this 2 up. So realistically, you could have had your stop loss here. You could have had your stop loss here. But again, you had another win here on Carnival, and you could have ridden this down and kept this as your stop loss. If you wanted to be in this play and you're like, I'm winning or I'm not, well, then this is your stop loss right here, and you would have ran it down for some better gains to the downside on Carnival, okay? Comcast. I've got 3 more. Comcast, Wells Fargo, and Coke. So Comcast on the daily. Where are we here? Inside bar and a gap down, okay? So there was our trigger that we were looking for. But we opened here. Okay, so let's go back to the 15. We'll go to the 15 minute. Let me get this. Where are we here? Go to the 15 minute chart. There is our opening range breakout on the 15 minute bar. And this was a great play if you would have played the gap on this. Again, we put our triggers in, and you don't need to put these lines in if you don't need to. I'm putting them in because it's visually for you guys to see, okay? I'll take this one out. Okay, so this is a trigger and this is a trigger. We gap and go or we gap and crap. Well, we triggered to the downside. Okay, and we had a 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. Again, you can go back in time on this 15-minute chart. You'd have to go way, way back. I'm not going back that far. Let me zoom back in here. You'd have to go way, way back to find your targets on this thing. But you're down this far, guys. You've already made a great profit on this. And then you can look for your reversal to the back to the upside. So if you had targets in here, you can move your stop losses down. Again, I don't know where they are. You can go back and back test this to see. But on this reversal is a potential spot where you could have been out here. Or if you had any targets here in this range, and you could have ridden it down for a little bit more gains. But this right here, even if you would have stopped yourself out here on this reversal, would have been a really, really good gain. Now we can go to the 30-minute chart to see the same thing. We just trigger a little bit lower, okay? So this was our original trigger. This is where we would have got in on the 30. And again, we still would have ridden it down for really good profits, down all the way to right here would have been your stop. Okay, on this reversal here. barely. Okay, so that's Comcast. Wells Fargo is up next. So Wells Fargo, if we go to the daily, zoom here. So TradingView glitches sometimes, okay? So on this Wells Fargo play, you can see on the daily, which is where I watch these original plays from. I watch them off the daily chart. You can see it opened, it shows it opening here at 37.36, okay? But if we go, well, we'll go through this first. So it opened here, and then we started to trend down. Okay, and Wells Fargo was something I wanted to jump into, but the spread between the bid and the ask was way too high, and it was not something I was interested in. So that's when I found BAC right after. Okay, that was the next play I was in. Anyways, this is showing that it opened at 37.36. Now, if we go to the 5-minute to see where it's opening up, and we just hump back here, it does not show that on the 16th. It shows it opening up at 37.16, which I don't get how that works, but again, I watch off the daily and then I switch back. Anyways, this one broke through your first target here, okay? And let's say the premium or the spread was fine and we were in this trade. We got in at we got through first targets, okay? We got through the trigger, went through first targets, and just like we did on BAC, this becomes your stop loss now, okay? Your first target becomes your stop loss, and you can stay in this trade, okay? Now we start moving down, okay? We trend down a little bit further. We trend down a little bit further. Now we're through the second target. Now there's two ways you can play this, guys, to get out of the trade, okay? So number one, this second target becomes your stop loss, your new stop loss, okay? Or you just wait for a reversal. And we did not have a reversal till down here. So we had this target hit, then we came up, had an inside bar, then we had another 2 down, then we had another 2 down. So realistically, where you guys would want to be out of this trade is right there. Okay? That's where we had the final 2 down, and then we had a 2 up. So again, this, if you were in this and the spread and the spread between the bid and the ask were fine, this again was a really, really good trade on Wells Fargo, okay? So that's how that one would have worked out. And the last one we'll look at here, guys, is Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. Okay, so KO, again, we opened way down here, okay? It was a gap play. So if we go to the 15-minute, and this one went in the opposite direction, okay? So here we had this 2 down, and then the very next 15-minute bar was a 2 up, okay? So again, like I told you, on the gap plays, we play the 15-minute opening range breakout. These purple lines become your new triggers, and there we go. We're through, and then we just mark our targets. Okay, 1, and 2. And again, we didn't hit targets till here. So again, there's different ways that you guys could have played this to stay in or get out. So number one, we triggered through, we come up, and then we had this reversal here. So you could have taken profits here, you could have taken profits here, you could have said, until I hit that target, this trigger here is my stop loss, okay? And you very well, that would have worked out for you guys, or you could have said, if I see a reversal in play, that's going to be my stop loss. Okay, so we trend up. if you're basing it off of the reversal, that would have been your stop loss there. If you're basing it off of this trigger being your stop loss, then you would have rode this up all the way to first and second targets. And then what do we do for the stop losses? Then this first target becomes your stop loss. Okay, we didn't break through that second target. We just tagged it and then reversed. So you should have been out of this trade somewhere in here if you were using your original trigger. This purple line here, I'm going to take this one out because it's confusing even me. This being your original trigger as your stop loss, you would have been a really, really good trade on Coca-Cola as well. So those are the plays from the watch list, guys. If that was me, that's how I would be playing them. I did only take BAC for 25% today, and that's all I took today. I was done after that. And you guys don't need to trade every single day, every single time, okay? It's okay not to trade. You can take one trade and be done for the day. That trade was good enough for me. That 25% was good. Could I have traded more? I surely could have. And could I have made more money? Yep. But I'm happy with the 25% that I did today. And I didn't need to make any more trades. I had other things to do. And that's the beauty of being a day trader. You pick your hours. You don't have to work if you don't want to. You don't have to look at the charts if you don't want to. Okay, I took one trade and I'm done. I don't need any more. Okay, so that's a watch list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Watch those ads and stay tuned for the watch list for the Lotto Friday. Is tomorrow Lotto Friday already? It is. June 17th, Lotto Friday. Stay tuned. The videos are coming up. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.